Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. I hope everybody's ready to get this Monday morning started. I'm running a little late. As you can see, it has been an interesting Monday morning. A kid left the window down. It rained. The seat is wet. So yeah, it's just gonna be a fun day. It's just gonna be great. So I'm not gonna complain. I'm thankful. So welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. We're having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. My name is, the only Live Past Crazy Specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? And if we're dealing with crazy mornings, I haven't even left the house yet. So I figured at least I can do is get in the car, you know, because life is happening. It was a busy weekend.
Yeah.
They left the window down in the car, so it ran in the car. I didn't get gas, so I got to get gas. And I'm still not ready for work. You want to know why? Because there's no school. So Rosie came downstairs, and she was like, "Good morning, Mommy." I was like, "Why are you up?" Oh, my alarm went off. I'm chilling in the bed like I ain't got nowhere to go and nothing to do. But it's going to be a good day.
Oh wow. Well,
Good
that's
morning,
the
Lynn.
good morning.
Okay,
That's the real life struggle, right? That is the real life struggle.
there
These
you
are
go.
true
At
confessions and
least
conversations.
I made it to the car. I may not have left my street. I
Street.
may not even left my driveway. I'm still in my driveway outside of my home. But I made
Wow.
it to the car. Baby steps. My gas light is on, mind you.
Oh
But it's
wow.
okay. Good
Yes.
morning, Valerie.
Good morning, y'all. Well, y'all, it's Monday. We're back to the morning show. We had evening edition all last week. We love doing all of these different opportunities, but we really missed the morning show. I think it just sets the tone, sets the stage for our day at least, and we hope we help you set the stage for your day. My little thing popped off my hair, y'all, so that's why I'm fiddling with it. But anyway, good morning, Kim. Thank you so much for watching and joining us this morning too. Has some interesting events to happen over the weekend. Some things I want to talk about and share with you guys too. So I don't know if you guys were aware, but the When We All Vote campaign is happening across the country. Uh-oh, is that me?
Your headsets make that noise when you walk.
Ah,
You gotta hold them or something. I just done
okay.
got used to it.
I'm not even used to it. What? Okay, let me try to figure this thing out to see if I can make it better. I don't want to just take them out because then everybody will hear. Well, it's not like it's a private conversation, right? But I don't want to disturb all the other people out here doing their thing. But let me go up here and I'll take a seat and see how I can fix this. At least my hair just flew all out, but that's okay. Guys, some important, interesting things happened this weekend, and okay, sorry, y'all. I
You
never
got it.
realized that it did that, and I'm still walking. Oh, Kim says she used to it too. Well, doggone it, I'm not used to it, and it's me. So let me sit down for a second. Let's see if I can fix this. All right. So in looking at this, y'all, there were some important things. I said that a couple of times. Good morning, Margaret. Thank you for joining as well. The When We All Vote campaign kicks off this week. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but if you go to whenweallvote.org, former First Lady Miss Michelle Obama is actually spearheading this movement across the country. There was a call this Thursday that rallied all the troops. A lot of us are volunteering across the country. Okay. Okay.
You
This,
okay?
I'm trying to figure out what that is.
I
I'm
don't hear anything now. Now that you stopped moving, we don't hear anything.
No, I still hear it in my phone. But anyway, the call was this Thursday. There are festivities this week. Calling for everyone to get out, register to vote, because this is a very important election. Not that all of them are not important, but there are a lot of things that have been happening that call into question some of the things that our leadership has taken on. So just want to make sure we reiterate to everyone, if you're not registered, go ahead and make sure that you're registered. I go to whenweallvote.org, sign up. There's a lot of information that's being provided. All you have to do is put in your zip code. You can see where some of those local events are and go get involved. And on top of that, y'all, I know you probably heard about this, but Miss Obama is also doing a book tour. Her book is called Becoming, and she even has tickets for $30. So I'm going to see if I can't get on that train. Their tickets they start at $30. Let me just say that. I don't know if anybody else is interested in possibly going to the book tour, but I am definitely looking forward to that when it starts. But in the news, there are some things in the news when we talk about these true confessions and conversations and things we need to be paying attention to as you're learning to invest. I wanted to add a couple of things you need to be paying attention to. So, Amazon, we talk about Amazon a little bit on here because Amazon has been an investing opportunity for some of us, right? Well, Amazon is doing something a little bit more innovative to determine their driver's integrity. So what they're doing, good morning, they are actually planning fake dummy packages for the drivers to deliver. And then right before the driver gets ready to deliver that package, it sends them a notification that it's an error. And what it is that they're expecting the driver to do is now to return that package. But because it is an error and the package is undeliverable, they're testing the drivers to see whether or not they're going to, quote unquote, steal the package or report it and turn it back into the company. So they're tracking those packages. Don't know who's out there. I know Carl works with Amazon. He probably one of the brainchilds behind helping to pull that one together. But that is happening out there. So y'all pay attention to this news. Things that are happening as far as how these things could potentially impact what you're investing in if that's something that you're looking at. Another thing that I need you to pay close attention to that's in the news this weekend, China basically canceled, they plan to cancel some trade talks with the United States, right? And the reason they said that they were canceling those trade talks was because the Trump administration essentially said that they were going to basically tax higher $200 billion worth of Chinese goods. So the Chinese basically came back and said, okay, we'll
We
see you
got
on
you.
that. We'll see you on that, America. We're going to also do the same thing to your 60 billion of U.S. goods that are now coming into our country. And then Trump comes back and says, then we'll go even higher on our tariffs. And China, y'all get this, China says that I will not basically be bullied, is what they're saying. We're not going to deal with these idle threats. So they decided to cancel right? Cancel those planned trade talks with the U.S. So make sure, guys, why you say, well, Lynn, why in the heck are you talking about this? This is supposed to be true confessions and conversations about everyday life and finances. Well, guys, this is true life. These are the things that impact your dollars that we need to be aware of, that we need to be focusing on and paying attention to, not just looking
Then
at your own budget, but also how that now impacts everything around you as far as economic growth is concerned. All right, Jojo, what did you need to add?
I was gonna say and I'm not a Walmart shopper at all, but Walmart put out an announcement that you can expect their prices to go up drastically because of this going on with China. And I was like, well, you know what? I've never been a Walmart fan, but for all my Walmart shoppers, their prices will be increasing because of this tariff that is now in place. So get ready for the holiday seasons. They may not be the cheapest place to go shop for your gifts anymore.
But you know what? Walmart's already been doing that. You just had to, and I'm sure people who've been paying attention, who actually budget and pay attention to what they're doing, they've noticed that, right? You've
Oh, really?
noticed the way things have been changing. So yeah, they have been changing. But just wanted to let you know, guys, China said they're going to retaliate no matter what we decide to do. So make sure you're just paying attention and preparing yourself. With that said, our financial quote for this morning, y'all, I wanted to share it for I love Warren Buffett quotes, and this isn't his again. We've talked about this before, but I'll tell you the secret to getting rich on Wall Street. You try to be greedy when others are fearful, and you try to be fearful when others are greedy. That's Warren Buffett. So pay attention, guys, to what's happening out there. As far as our stock market is concerned, we're at all-time highs in the markets, all-time highs. And people are getting all in, jumping on the boat, jumping on the bandwagons, whatever you want to call it, of different things that are happening. I don't know how closely you guys have been following what's happening in the markets, but make sure that for those of you who are paying attention, who are listening in during the show, and for those of you who are ensuring that you want to continue to grow, build wealth, make sure that you're paying attention and following suit. If you don't know how to do that, just know that I will be offering a free course this Wednesday, how to become a successful stock investor. What are those things you need to be looking out for? What are the indicators? What is the work that you need to do on the front end so that you know that you're getting it for a good price? You're getting it on sale. We know that terminology. We know how to buy clothes on sale. We know how to buy shoes on sales. We know how to buy houses on sale. We know how to buy. But when it comes to the stock market, we act as if we just standing there like a deer in the headlights because we have not engaged. We have not come to the table. We have not taken the time to invest in ourselves to learn about what it is that we need to know about the markets. We are going blindly to our 401k tables. That's what I'm going to call it today. You go blindly to that 401k table at your job, and you sign up for that retirement account, not knowing that the majority of the money that you are now putting into your 401k plan that could be coming to your pocket is now going to that company's pocket in the form of fees and commissions. We do not know. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Y'all come get some knowledge on Wednesday, how to be a successful investor. That's what I'll be teaching you. But what I want to share with you this morning, before we get into that, are 5 ways to invest on a budget. Because oftentimes the number one thing that I hear is, well, Lynn, I'm on a budget. We just barely making ends meet right now. I'm going to give you some tips, some things, some strategies, but you need the skill. You need the skill to be able to invest with confidence. That's what I'm going to give you on that webinar on Wednesday. But 5 ways to invest on a budget. Y'all, I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yeah, I said it, America's #1. I forgot to introduce myself, but maybe someday I'm not going to have to introduce myself. Y'all will say, hey, that's America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yes, right? Anyway, 5 ways to invest on a budget. So the number one thing, guys, is an investment club. Oftentimes you say, well, Lynn, I don't have enough money to start investing by myself. That's okay. You don't have to do it alone, but you do need to be involved within a community of people that you know, like, and trust, right? Who are going to be able to help you to also invest, who are going to be able to help you to do those things that you need to do to invest with confidence, so you guys can come to the table, have conversations about what it is that you want to invest in, and figure out what are the best things that you can invest in. Have these discussions, okay? You can invest in stocks, mutual funds, real estate. The only challenge with investment clubs, let me just also share this with you. Oftentimes you hear about the SEC, which is the Securities Exchange Commission, or you hear about all of these federal regulations that are required of financial advisors, that are required of brokers or those companies that are managing your funds. They are required by the SEC to file and to complete certain regulations. The only thing is with an investment club, they're not required by the SEC to file. Now, some investment clubs do. However, the majority of them do not. And I just want you to be aware of that. So you do need to know your rules and regulations, but most importantly, make sure that you're working with a group of people, a group of individuals that you know, like, and trust. Just trying to protect you guys. Don't get connected with any Bernie Madoffs or no Enron type situations. I know those are the extreme examples, but they're real examples. Those are things that really happen. I'm not making it up. I couldn't make it up even if I wanted to. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I think I saw Eden Torres and Tamika Evans or Tamika. Yeah. Apologies if I mispronounce things, but we're talking about the 5 ways to invest on a budget. Investment Club was number 1. The number 2, guys, is of course to invest your spare change. There are opportunities to do those roundups. There are apps out there that will allow you to invest your spare change. There are no more excuses. But I do want to say this, be cautious. Do not invest to save, but you first save to invest. Make sure that you are aware of all of the fees that are associated with your investments. And that's one of the challenges, one of the barriers, one of the downfalls for many who are investing inside of, whether that's your retirement account, your 401ks or whatever. You don't understand what you're invested in. You simply went in there, you checked off the boxes and you went on. You don't have a clue as to what's really happening to you. Your money is being put, and I'm going to talk about this more on the webinar on Wednesday. And for those of you who want to invest, who want to register for that webinar, is bit.ly, bit.ly/invest masterclass. That's what will be offered on Wednesday. So you can have an idea of what it is, not only an idea, but you have a true understanding of what it is that you have now invested in. The other thing, there may be some other opportunities inside of your 401ks or your IRAs that you are not aware of. It's called self-direction. You may not be able to be aware that you can self-direct some of your funds because you don't know the right questions to ask. So join the masterclass so that you can learn to become a successful investor. What are the key steps? This is a skill, y'all, that can not only help you in your lifetime, but you can also transfer the skill to your children and your children's children. This is a skill. This is the gift that keeps on giving, right? This is the type of information, if you think about it, when we went to school, that no one taught us. It was easy to get English, math, science, and social studies, but no one taught you about your money in this way. No one taught you about how to invest in the stock market. No one taught you about the things that you were to look at. There were some very high-level things that may have been taught in your economics class. I'll give them that, right? But they did not go enough into the details and put it or position it in a way that even helps us. Or even when you went to college. You went to college, what did they teach you? What they taught you how to do other things. You still had to do English, math, science, and social studies. How many of you, with the exception of maybe an accountant, or those of you who, you earned your MBAs and you went in that arena of accounting or finance, right? How many of you actually had courses that would teach you to be able to do these things? And dare I say, some programs where people were accountants and did finance, they still did not get this level of information that you need to ensure that you're investing with confidence. So guys, bit.ly/invest masterclass. Join us on Wednesday at 8:30 so you can get in there. The number three way to invest on a budget, guys, is an online brokerage account. Those online brokerage accounts will help you to be able to go ahead and start investing. You don't have to go out and meet with anyone physically. You can do all of this online from the comfort of your home, from the comfort of your phone, right? Technology has made it easy for us to be able to do that. The fourth way to invest on a budget, and this is probably going to be a slap in the face because you said, okay, I've been there, done that, is simply to reduce your expenses, right? Reduce your expenses so you now have monies to set aside so that you can invest with confidence. And then, of course, the number 5 way that many of us miss out on because we simply don't see the value is taking advantage of your 401k matches at work. A lot of us Leave money on the table because we do not see the importance of worrying about retirement today because we're focusing on now. We're simply looking at what's happening right now in the midst of it all. And I get it. You got to eat today. You got to have clothes today. You have to have shelter over your head. But if you do not focus today and prepare for your future, you cannot change the life for you and for your family. So you must do things differently. So take advantage of that, y'all. If the company is offering that 401k match, then why are you not invested? Right? That's your money anyway. You're just leaving it on the table if you choose not to do it. If you choose not to sign up to get that match. All right, guys. I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yeah, I said it, America's #1. And I'm inviting you to join on Wednesday, 8:30 p.m., bit.ly/invest masterclass. All right, Miss JoJo, over to you.
All right, something bit me. Please make sure that you register for Lynn's class. And if you saw us on Friday or Thursday, we'll both have classes, free classes on that day. Hers is at 8 or 8:30, Lynn.
8:30.
8:30. And mine is at 7. Mine is How to Learn to Live Past Crazy. It's bit.ly past crazy. So make sure you sign up for that because a lot of times getting started is often the hardest part and your foundation has got to be set regardless. So
Right.
really thought for the day is I want you to trust yourself in this journey. But as you're trusting yourself, I want you to understand you've got to upgrade your perception of how you see yourself. So this weekend, if y'all saw my pictures, I was in water yet again this weekend. But for the past 2 weeks, I want to say I've had this urge just to be out in nature, to be out in the woods or in water. I just needed some quiet. I wasn't getting enough quiet in the house. Like I felt like there was something I was trying to hear, but I couldn't quite get it because there was somebody always calling my name, or there was something always to be done, and by the time I got to the quiet time, my thoughts were so overwhelming of the day, I couldn't hear what
Right.
it was I was trying to
Trying to hear.
receive. So Saturday, I don't care if don't nobody go with me, and I prefer don't nobody go with me, but I'm going to the park, and there's a state park that's close by, and it has waterfalls, it has hiking trails, it has two huge lakes, it has whatever you want. And I was like, and I'm going, and I'm not coming back anytime soon. So if you're on a time frame, this is not, you don't want to go with me today because I'm not in a hurry. So I got out there, and you have to upgrade your perception, and then you got to trust yourself in the process. And so I took some time this weekend just to get quiet, and I literally sat on a rock in the middle. So the waterfall comes down, you have the rocks and stuff at the bottom. I literally sat on a rock as the water fell over my feet, and I sat there, and the kids were playing and talking, and I did not open my mouth. We were out there for like 4 hours, not a mumbling word. And then when we were on our way back to the car, I was like, I still think I haven't been quiet enough. And I had to sit down on a bench. And I was like, y'all go ahead. Here's the keys. And I had to sit for another hour to get quiet to hear what was being told to me. And I think a lot of times when you are changing and when you are growing, you second guess yourself, like, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this really where I'm supposed to be going? But one of the keys is, and one of the first steps to live past crazy is to get quiet, because your thoughts and your mind is so overwhelmed with your everyday stresses as it
Yep.
is, you're not going to be able to hear what it is you need to hear or get the direction that you need. And sometimes you got to have that conversation with yourself. You got to change your perception of how you see your situation, how you see yourself, and then trust what you're going to do, what is going to be your next step. Because if you don't, then you haphazardly make a step and then it's not the right one, and then you're like, oh, see, I knew it wasn't going to work. Well, it wasn't going to work because you're not quiet. Your perception of yourself is still the same. So if I'm still thinking I can't do it, when I go to do it, the perception of I can't do it is still there. It's going to override me wanting to do something. So you got to upgrade your perception of yourself. If you don't,
Right.
you're it's going to be harder to climb and to walk that journey. And you got to trust yourself. You got to trust, hey, JoJo, yes, this is the right next step to make. Yes, you are doing the right thing. And then you
Mm-hmm.
got to upgrade your perception to see that you're actually going to accomplish that thing. If you don't, then you won't. We're going to be sitting here having this same conversation again. And so that was my process this weekend. Of course, one of the key 5 steps of living past crazy is to get quiet, because I tell you guys all the time, you wake up and there's the news and there's kids and you rush into the car, and then you get in the car and there's the radio and you're talking to people on the way to work, and then you get to work and there's people at work and on lunch, you running out and you doing stuff at lunch, and you come back and there's more work at home, and then on the way home you got
Yep.
more radio. You get in the house and people saying mama, 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 daddy, daddy, daddy. And if you're married, it's honey, honey, honey. You gotta cook, you gotta clean, do homework, and then before you know it, it's 10 o'clock. You're exhausted. All you want to do is take a bath and go to sleep and try to catch a TV show. Well, then by that time you fall asleep in front of the TV, and you have yet to have your quiet time. You've
Right.
yet to hear the answer that you've been praying, Lord Jesus, give me the answer. And you've yet to be quiet to hear. He's like, okay, JoJo, I'm trying to give you the answer, but boo, you got the radio on, you on the phone chit chat when you having a pity party with your girlfriend, first of all. You complaining about your kids second. You hate your job third. And then you gonna want to watch wretched TV. Tell me when you want to hear from me. Because I'm just trying to, a brother can't even get in. I'm just saying. He can't even make it in. Thank you. I'm glad that was what you needed this morning. So you got to trust yourself. But the first key to getting past crazy, y'all, is to have that quiet time. And I was desperately seeking that for the past 2 weeks. So when I tell y'all, I went out into the woods, and I didn't walk fast. Everybody went off and left me. I walked as slow as I could. I looked at the trees, I looked at the grass. And if y'all ever heard my story about the little red bucket, uh, maybe I'll post that later today. I put everything in my little red bucket and cleared my mind of all trouble. And I just sat there and I was quiet and I listened. So you've got to upgrade your perception of yourself. I know I want to go to another level, but I was still holding on to some of the things that I thought were the right way. And so now I'm
Right.
trying to change that, but because I'm still holding on to this, I couldn't grab that. And so when you change your perception, you are opening yourself up to receive more of what it is that you're praying for. Because once you pray, you have got to take action, my friend. You have got to take action. So if you want to learn how to live fast crazy, I do have that free class coming up this Wednesday, bit.ly past crazy. And when you sign up, you'll get my free Live Past Crazy journal. It's a journal that I use, and it is my personal quotes and scriptures that I've used along this journey, and you can use it as well. One of the important things about that journey is that the pages are blank. You don't have to try to stay in line, write it on the line, be all pretty. You can write it however you feel, get it out however you feel, so that you can continue on this journey past crazy. All right, guys, thank
Awesome.
you so much for joining us on the Fearless Morning Show. We're back to being on I was gonna say Monday mornings, on mornings. And since this is true confession and conversation, if y'all missed the introduction, a kid left my window down. It rained in my car. I'm out here in this car, in my house, in my driveway with socks and flip-flops on. I'm completely dressed. And I was getting ready to walk out the door to come do the show. I was like, at least I can do it from the car in my driveway. So then I had to stick some flip-flops on. So I'm looking all the way like somebody grandma right now. And Rosie is up bright and early, and she ain't even gotta go to work, go to school, and I'm chilling like I ain't got nowhere to go. So it's gonna be a good Monday. But guys, trust yourself on this journey, and remember, you've got to upgrade your perception of yourself so that you can get to that next level. And that's my new thing. I'm upgrading my perception of myself. Because you got to do that every once in a while so you can continue to
Right.
get to the next level.
Right.
Then you want to tell them anything else before I tell them where they can find us?
No, I think that was awesome, awesome, awesome. I hope people will definitely share this out. Don't forget to hit the replay and get this out into the community, because it's not just about us. It's not just about me going up, JoJo going up, and it's not just about you. Believe it or not, it's not about you, but it is about our entire community leveling up, y'all. And I love that message today. And I love that you shared that story, because we all got to look at the man in the mirror and decide, am I going to stay in this place, or am I
Yep.
going to move? Right?
Yep.
Am
That's
I
right.
going to move? But guys, if you are ready to become a successful investor, or at least develop the skills so you can get started, I also am offering a masterclass, bit.ly/invest masterclass. It'll help you identify what are those things you need to look at in order to invest with confidence. Don't continue to go around with that, what is it, the duck in the sand mentality, with your head down in the sand. You're just
Yep.
going along to get along. You just signed up for that 401k retirement plan just to sign up because they told you to, and you don't have an idea as to what's
Yep.
happening to your money. All right.
Mhm.
So
Make
bit.ly,
sure you guys do that.
bit.ly/invest masterclass. I'll make sure I get that link in there for you. But if you follow me on my page, it's also posted on my page,
Mhm.
on Instagram and Twitter at Demons Speak. That's Demons, no demons here. DEMMONS, Demons Speak. And you can also find it on my website, demonsenterprise.com. All right, guys. Have a
All
marvelous
right.
motivational Monday.
Y'all be ready to learn something with Lynn on Wednesday. Please, she'll post that link as soon as she gets to the car. All right, guys, make sure you share the video. Thank you so much for joining us. We love every last one of y'all. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, we do have a YouTube channel so they can
Right?
binge watch all the YouTube videos, all the Fearless Morning shows over there. We are 183 videos strong. How many PVCs
Wow.
is that? That's so much free
Wow.
information on how to live past crazy in your life and finances. That alone is worth a whole lot of money. So educate yourself, educate your
Yes.
community. I believe once we educate ourselves, we can change our family. We change our family. We change our community. We change our community. We can change the world. So it all starts with you, boo. You got to go out and do the work. So
Exactly.
make sure that you binge watch those Fearless Morning shows. Make sure you sign up for both of our classes on Wednesday. They are free. It's only going to cost you your time. And if you cannot sacrifice time to
Right.
learn something about yourself, then I guarantee you will stay in crazy in your life and in your finances. So, all right, I am Yamitra Jojo Water, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So, what better place to be than here with me? Make sure y'all share the video, and we will see you here bright and early. And I promise I will be actually moving, or at least in a different place than my driveway. Tomorrow, I may
Tomorrow.
be in the house, but at least I'll have it together. So guys, make sure you join us tomorrow morning bright and early at 7:15. Have a good one.
All right, guys, signing off.